up, run it up, let it go. You move on, move out, you never know.
Welcome back to Slim Charlie Records, y'all. Okay, we got new equipment, we got mics, we got a camera, and this lovely lady right here is the first to witness it all. Alright, so I am in the building with, oh my god, singer, songwriter, event curator, like what, and the list goes on.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here with Ozzy on too.
So why don't you tell these people your name, because I know not everyone pronounces it right.
Yeah.
And you know what you do. What you do, where you're from.
So I'm Tayeva, and I am Baltimorean artist. I don't know if you even know, but I'm a videographer first. Yeah, girl. It's
first.
Yeah, that's the first type of art that I ever did was, videography. And then now I like to sing and write my own music, and I'm a curator. I've always had events. I've always been a curator. Should I look at you?
I mean, everybody some people look at their cameras. Some people just kind of look out the window. You can do it. Look right there.
Okay. But yeah, I'm a multi-talented artist. I also sell trade lines. I also do hair.
Yeah.
I make my own nails all the time.
Yes, ma'am. So I met, lovely Tay here. I don't remember exactly where we met because I feel like it was before what I'm about to say, but the most recent thing, well, not recent, but like the most far back memory I have, we were at this like kickback thing, it was like a party inside like of a small house, and there was a dancer there who was hired, and I was there with the guitarist. And there was a girl they were throwing money
and a guitar,
and you performed.
It was at Jafari's.
I think so.
It was a house.
Yeah, it was at a house, like on a corner. Yep. And that is.
Did I sell food? Was I selling food? Or was I hosting?
I don't remember. I just remember you performing.
Okay, yeah, probably Jafari's, cause that's like one of the first places that I used to perform at. So.
And you was rocking. So I was hitting you with a little backup vocals.
Yeah.
And you was like, hey, I'm right. Yeah. Then I kept seeing you.
And that's how I be.
And that's how I be. And now, this is the sis right here. She be dropping some gems, you feel me? Like, she really that girl.
I appreciate it.
So, Tay, tell me about, this videography being, you feel me, your first love, your first art. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I guess once I became a part of, I started singing in 2019 for real. The very end is December was when I wrote my first song. Okay. And then the pandemic fucking hit, so I could focus on that shit. So before that, actually during that, I had a videography job as a construction videographer. I was such a girly girl.
Construction videographer? What is that? That's literally construction?
Yeah, so I worked for a construction company. I was the only creative there. I was the only videographer there. And I would go out to the job sites, shoot, document it. I would interview people about what they're doing, find out the process, make videos, show them to the company every Friday. And then,
construction companies do that?
No, it was a blessing for real. So people, of course they need content, but I was a full-time staff. I was full-time corporate member. So it was, I don't know, it was definitely, like I said, a blessing. I never looked into that, but somebody came to me with the opportunity and I got it. So I was happy about that. But I mean, that was just, a job. I'm a videographer, like I said, so I used to do music videos for people. I have a lot of documentaries. Baltimore Films is actually my Instagram. Check me out. So I like to tell people stories. And actually this month, starting on Tuesday, I'm gonna be Vivica Fox's director's assistant for the new Tonisa Welsh story. I don't know if you know 50 Cent, if you follow him, but he was wilding out about it yesterday or 2 days ago. But
so hold on, Vivica Fox, as in the foxy lady who ages but never really ages.
Yeah, she looks the same as 30 years ago.
So what you about to be doing with Vivica Fox?
No, I'm gonna be her director's assistant for the upcoming Tonisa Welsh story, which is she basically, she is. If you watch BMF, do you watch that?
I do.
So do you know Lala's character?
Yes.
The one who she's based on. So who's also Terry Flannery's
mistress.
Yeah. They still mess with each other till today. I think that like that's still his love.
No.
Terry was it Southwest T? Yeah. So
Oh my God. Wait a minute. So he really left the BM for the.
Oh, I don't know everything. I don't know. I don't know anything. I just know that I would be on set with her. But I didn't read the script or anything. I guess I'll read it as we shoot. But they shoot in DC next month starting. Well, this month now starting on Tuesday.
Is it a fiction or non-fiction kind of thing?
It's about her life.
For real?
So yeah.
Words.
But I don't know. You know, it's about her life. Judge Mathis is the executive producer. And
wow.
Yeah, I feel like God keep calling me back to film.
Yeah.
Because this was like just a great opportunity that I didn't see coming. And I really haven't done anything with film since, you know, the pandemic took my job away. So after that, I shoot all the videos for Salt Pepper Ketchup. But that's really the most that I've done for as far as like compared to what I used to do. So.
Well, can we get a round of applause and congratulations because that is major and you really should be excited.
I didn't tell nobody either, so I was like,
it's an exclusive. You heard it here first, okay? On SCR.
Yes.
Exclusive.
I posted it last day and I took it right off because I had to get. I don't know. I'm just superstitious and I be feeling like people be praying on downfalls.
Honestly, I'm just starting to kind of like see now that every time I speak on something that I think is about to happen,
it
doesn't happen. Or something happens that makes it become delayed. And I'm like, okay, this keeps happening. So like this is a real thing.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that every time.
Every time.
Yes, I do.
Even if it's just meeting a new person that you feel like is a good person and you like kind of, you know, like speak it up and you're like, oh God, this is so great. This person is like, and then like the next day, like they do something terrible.
Yeah, definitely. I believe in speaking things into existence. I also believe, it's like weird. It's like I believe in speaking things into existence. You should speak positively and out loud. But I also believe that sometimes if you tell people things, even if they, it's like you said, there's been so many situations where I thought things were going to happen and I told somebody and it didn't happen. So I just didn't tell nobody about this until I got my COVID test yesterday. And so I got my COVID test and I'm like, all right, good. That's all I needed to make sure.
Excellent. Okay, I love that and congratulations again. So what is your second and third love? I want to know where music falls and, you know, event curating and hosting and stuff like that, being a boss.
Being, making money is, I guess, my first love. But no, let me not say that. I do a lot of stuff for free and I do a lot of stuff for the art. So, I love to make music. It's I don't like the politics behind everything, but I like being in my basement making music. And I like when I like it. I don't need nobody else to like it. I appreciate when people do, but I don't need nobody else's opinion about not liking it. If you don't like it, that's okay, because everybody don't like Michael Jackson. Everybody don't like Beyonce. There's a lot of Beyonce haters, and it's like, how? But we got different ears.
Definitely how, but
but it's like, I can't be mad at them. So also, I love music now. That's something that I've never, I was always too shy to sing. I've always messed up. Wait, got it recording. Let me. Think what I'm about to say.
Just love.
Right. But yeah, I've always enjoyed music. I've always been in the space of artists. And like I said, I used to shoot music videos. So. But I was just too shy myself because my best friend, she could sing. And my sister always told me I could sing, but my best friend could sing so good. She ain't never told me I could sing, but I also never tried either to sing around her. I'd be bluffing. So I just was shy.
What made you shy though?
I just thought I couldn't sing. Actually, you know what? So when I was young, I used to go to church and I was on the choir and I wanted to do a solo. And so I started singing and the choir director was like, well, why do you keep singing like that? And mock me, right? But not mock me, she imitated what I did. And it was just like, after that, I don't know. After that, I guess, I don't remember really singing too much after that in public. So because that's still the way I sing, the way that she ain't like, but I guess at that moment it wasn't like a passion or something that I felt I had to do. But I was just so scared to sing in front of people. Like, excuse me.
After that.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Well, I don't want to say after that in general. I don't really remember ever wanting to sing in front of people, but I know I did want to have that. I did want to have that choir solo, and I remember her saying that. So I just feel like maybe if she would have been like, oh yes, sing with that voice, because I didn't have a regular gospel voice. So maybe if she would have encouraged me, maybe I would have continued to sing more. Because I also remember when I was in middle school, 6th grade or 7th grade, me and my best friend made a song, but I just like rapped and I did a beat. And she sung it, and then we recorded it and showed everybody.
Wait, you made a beat?
Yeah, it was a real simple, like on the with our pencils in the book. Because this was middle school. Yeah. And back then, it was not easy to record.
No, that's fast.
Literally had a little camera and set the camera up, and that's how we got the sound. And extracted it from Movie Maker.
I love that.
So that's fun.
So where are you at right now with music? What do you see yourself wanting to do with it? You know, what does it fit into your life right now?
So music is purely joy for me. Like I'm happy with music. Like I said, I've always been an artist. So when I was younger, I used to do poetry, and I used to perform poetry all the time. I used to have my own open mic, and so I've always liked to perform, and I've always liked to write and express myself. But poetry is like, I just feel like a lot of. I gotta watch what I say again. I mean, you're good. I know, I don't want to be shady though. Poetry is not my like. I mean, it's cool, but it's a lot of it be repetitive. A lot of people, it seems like it's the same flow, and that was my flow too. Like the slam poetry flow. Yeah. And I don't know. Like I know that I did a great job. I feel like I was a great poet, but now, like 2019, something just hit me where I wanted to sing and put those emotions into, because I've always been a freestyle. I've always been the friend who was like, y'all want to freestyle, but I be rapping. Like, we would get high in high school, and I'd be like, let's freestyle. And none of my friends make music, but they listen to me freestyle.
Right. Well, I love that music is just joy for you. Like, it's different for everybody, I feel like. And I mean, just the fact that you're able to still, like, you feel me, host stuff and give other people the spotlight, and then even, kind of dibble and dabble in it, when you want to do it, for your own joy. I feel like that's a beautiful thing. And I feel like, that's what makes artists. Like, not every artist is a person that's, like, broadcasting one specific thing for everybody to see. Like, what makes an artist is, like, what they're doing and the why. Because at the end of the day, someone's going to connect to that. Like, someone's going to relate to that. And, I was just, based off of, like, you feel me, just everything that's going on in the city, like, on the art scene, I've been talking just with other artists on these interviews and just saying, like, only thing that we're missing, I feel like, in the artist community is the community part. Yeah. Like, just us all actually coming together and working to, just produce a scene that people can blow up off of and do what they want to do. Even if it's not them wanting to blow up, whatever they want to do, like, it can happen because, we're all supporting each other. But let's talk about Salt, Pepper, Ketchup. Tell us, like, where you got the idea from, how it started, how it's going.
Yeah, well, basically one day I was getting pizza and at Zella's, this place over in South Baltimore.
I love Zella's.
Yeah. They had like a glitch on their website for a long time, so I was getting some good pizza for the low.
Oh, wow. We hope they don't see that.
It was great. Their pickup special.
Oh, wow.
Hella toppings for $10. But anyway, that's over. So then I saw, it was me and my homegirl just chilling in there, and then Devin Allen, the photographer, he came over to Zealous, and he was like, what's up, y'all, want to come to City of Gods? And he asked me about shooting for their podcast that they were going to do at City of Gods. Right. So I was like, oh yeah, I could shoot it because I got all my own equipment, and then so we went over there, and then he introduced me to the person at City of Gods, the person who throws all the events. And I was like, well, shoot, I want to have some events. And they were like, all right. And so the me shooting part never happened. Okay. But the open mic did. And I was like, yeah, I'm trying to have like the show. I'm like, I'm trying to have a showcase, show people, and they were with whatever. So.
For real?
Hell yeah.
So when was this? Like what?
The first one. Well, the first Salt Pepper Ketchup, we about to celebrate 1 year next month.
For real?
This month will be the 12th one, so the 12th month, but next year will be the 1 year.
So the 1 year is in May.
Mm-hmm.
May of
So May 2022 was the first time that I started it. And what encouraged me was the fact that I just last year it was horrible. Half of last year was horrible. Mm-hmm. The beginning of last year was horrible before Salt Pepper Ketchup. Yeah. And I just felt crazy for real. So I needed something to focus on. And I needed something that I've always liked open mics, but it's never worked out for me. Yeah.
As far as hosting or participating?
As far as being a part of other people's open mics or shows or whatever, just being a part of somebody else's collective just hasn't worked out for me. Yeah. And so I was like, well, shoot, let me just do my own because, I ain't trying to. If I can't fit in, then I'm gonna have to create it,
Absolutely. I mean, if you can't, you feel me, get jiggy with whatever is out there. It's only right to just go and do your own thing. Yeah. And you're flourishing.
Thank you.
You have great turnouts every time. You actually get a lineup, and your lineup shows up, and they give their all into their performances. It's a really beautiful thing. Actually. Tay here had me in a Salt Pepper Ketchup showcase. Oh, yeah, okay. You're right. It was twice. It's twice. The first one was in September, and then the next one was in October, I think.
No, not 2 months. Oh, so I think that you actually are thinking about a different event that I hosted at City of Gods.
Oh, was that not a Salt Pepper Ketchup thing?
It was City of Gods. I don't know. They just asked me if I knew some singers.
Oh, okay.
If I knew some singers.
Okay, well, yeah. So, I performed at City of Gods then twice.
Because you're performing again coming up.
Oh, when is that?
Oh, we gotta look at our messages. It's either for the 1 year. Yeah. It's either for the 1 year or it's after that. But I feel like it's for the 1 year, which is next month.
Right. Okay. Well, that would be super fun. Yes. So maybe y'all can get a snippet of that. I was coming out of such a dark place. Or trying to get out of it when, she hit me up about performing. This is around the time when I had just started performing again. I had just did the performance at Blackwater when they had first started popping out with their monthly show. And so, performing at your event was just it just was a bomb night for me, period. I got my hair done. Yes. I had just got a face tat earlier that day. Literally that day. The day of the performance, I was getting a face tat in the morning. I was going through things. And you feel me? My friends came and they brought me flowers.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
My dad came, my sister came. Everybody was there for me. And I looked hot. So it was just a wonderful night. And J-Wan was there. We did our song together. We was vibing. We was lit. It is because of you.
That's because of us.
It's because of us.
It together.
It was love. I met so many people that night. Everyone was showing mad love.
We want people to leave meeting somebody new.
You feel me? Definitely keep up with Salt Pepper Ketchup and shop City of Gods.
Yeah, shout out to them. They're our biggest sponsor.
Absolutely.
So Jace too. DJ Jace, she's awesome. And it's definitely a great time. Salt Pepper Ketchup, like I said, it's a space that I want everybody to feel comfortable at. I want everybody to feel belong. I don't want nobody to feel like I can control anything over their art. I don't want nobody to feel like I can ban them because I don't like them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want nobody to feel like this. I just want it to be a good space for people. Of course, I don't let nobody disrespect anybody, but I want it to be a space that everybody can feel safe. I want it to be a place that everybody can feel good leaving and feel some places you go to and I've been places and it just look like everybody just mean. And it's that could just be their facial expressions, but damn, everybody here, nobody smiling. Right. And I don't ever want that vibe at Salt Pepper Ketchup.
No, fast. So where do you want to take salt pepper ketchup? Like, what do you see for it in the future? Like, how do you want to grow it?
I'm still thinking about that myself, just because, like I said earlier, I feel like God keep calling me back to film.
Okay.
And, you know, I would like to continue doing it once a month. I would like to get some money for it so I could pay artists.
Yeah.
And it don't have to come out of my pocket, because right now it comes straight out of my pocket, and I only charge $6. And so it's like, that barely covers the expenses. So
of like renting.
You know, like the DJ.
Oh,
mainly, that's really
okay.
the
Right,
DJ.
right.
And so, like, I would make food too, but, and it would, you know, like I said, City of Gods covers, they help me out a lot. So, I don't know, salt, pepper, ketchup is just, I want it to be a space that everybody can feel good to come to, and I want it to continue being like that.
Yeah.
As far as taking it farther, I don't know if I want to like go on tour with it, if I want to take it to other places. I'm still trying to think about that, because I'm really still thinking about my life and what I really truly want out of life.
Well, we're gonna get to that. That's so. Oh yeah. But I mean, I love the fact that. I love the way that you guys like kind of portray it like a news station almost. Like there's like a reporter there, and there's like someone like asking the questions. Like, it looks like a TV thing. So I mean, I think that that's cool. And I mean, at the end of the day, like you're consistent. It's right here in Baltimore. Like it's in. You know, it's right next to Holland's Market, which is like Hallmark in Baltimore, I feel like. So, I mean, even if it just stays as that, like, that's still beautiful because, you know, people are coming. So, obviously, they like it.
Yeah, we have a lot of open mics here in Baltimore. I feel like, well, like, I know maybe one other one that's in Baltimore well, this is not straight open mic, you know, it's we have a bunch of features, like you said, you feature. So we do the open mic at the very end, but a place for artists to just be themselves, a place for artists to be appreciated and loved on. And so I don't really know too many other places that does that monthly. I know there are a lot of curators that do that, but I mean, actually, that does that plus an open mic, I'll say that. Yeah. So, you know, I want a place that people can come and appreciate the features, but they can also get on the mic at the end of the show.
So when you say figuring out life, I mean, how is life looking for you right now? Like, what do you feel like you are, you know, kind of waking up every day and immediately thinking about, just as far as like your personal self-development? Like, what do you want the most for yourself right now, internally and external?
Honestly, my biggest thought right now is money, because like I haven't worked since the pandemic. So since 2020, I haven't had an actual job, and my job was great before that. And so, like, I didn't think much about it because I was making a lot of money doing other things. I was selling food at open mics. I was doing hair. I was selling food at my house. But then, like, trauma I let trauma stop me from making money, from, you know, really chasing my goals. My favorite quote is, life is only 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you of how you handled it. It's what you do with that. And like, I just feel like I switched it from making life 90% of what happened to me. So that's what I think about when I wake up, is how can I get back on track with, you know, making money. I don't want a job, but you know, who does?
Like at this point, like no one wants to work anymore, bro.
Yeah, like, and I mean, I've sustained myself for the last 3 years, but I don't. I would prefer, like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, do I want a job that I can get some steady income, or do I want to keep hustling? And I know that all I have to do, I have hustles, you know. I can do hair, and I can sell food, and that shit will take me higher than I was before. It's just about doing it. So that's really my struggle. It's like figuring out what I want to do, and, you know, like, I want to get into tech, but then it's like, I don't know,
I understand though, like 100%. I feel like, you know, like, what did you say? You said, you were saying like, so you said like, you didn't know if you want to get a job or if you want to hustle, you know, and I have so many conversations like this, like with my father, and, you know, basically, like, right now, I'm kind of in this, like, tug-of-war with having and sacrificing, and so I just feel like even if you kind of like are trying to get, you know, yourself together and get your life together, like you still ultimately kind of know what you want to feel like towards the end of your life, what you want to have, how you want to feel when you're, you know, in your 40s or 50s or whatever. And so I feel like even if, you know, you have to hustle and, you know, you have those slow days and you have those days where you just don't know like what's going to happen or how it's going to go, you know, like that's just kind of a part of the sacrifice. And then, you know, faith kind of just has to kick in, and you just know that, you know, even if you slip or fall a little bit, like you will be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and I said all that to say, like, if you don't want to work, don't work.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to get a job, like, don't get a job if you know that it's in you to like carry yourself.
Yeah. And I mean, like I said, I haven't had a job for the last 3 years, and I've been very great with sustaining myself. I have a tenant in my house. I want to get another one because that will completely take all my bills off my hands. You know, put that party down. I don't know if my roommate know that, but
I'll see what I can do with that
I mean, she know what it is. You know what I'm saying? She know what it is. So I'm trying to get another person to come and move in so that can completely take away all of my living expenses and plus put my extra in my pocket. Yeah. But that, my trade lines, like I want to make my trade line business more legit. I don't know if there's like legal stuff I gotta go through, but I do want to make it more legit or easier for the customer to like purchase and don't have to ask me a bunch of questions and all this other stuff. They don't even have to know that I'm the person who they getting the lines from. Right. That's with credit and whatnot. I do a lot of trading with that too. So like I have people, like actually my lashes, like I'll get my lashes done for free, and she's on my trade line. All my music is mixed. All my music is mixed for free because that person's on my trade line. I be getting.
She's spitting gems, right?
You know,
I told y'all.
For real, having good credit has paid the bills for me. Like it's been. I don't know. I'm thankful to my friend who originally told me what a trade line was because it's just easy residual money with, you know, clients who just give you money every month to be on their trade line. So, but I know that I can sustain myself. It's just about actually doing it and having the ambition because I really want to like have my own business. But it's like, what do I want to do? I'm people love my food, and then like NASA, he's a great cook, and he would be behind me 100% when it comes to doing that. But it's like, do I want to open a restaurant? Do I want to? I want to move. When I get to my 50s, I really just want to look back and not regret nothing. Yeah. And right now I'm in a space where, like you asked me about salt, pepper, ketchup, I'm in a space where like I don't want to live in Baltimore. Yeah. I love Baltimore though. It's so many conflicts in my life. It's like I love Baltimore so much, and it's a great space for artists, especially right now. Yeah. But I also don't want to look back in 10, 15 years, 20 years and be like, damn, I wish I would have traveled when I was younger, before I had kids or whatnot.
I'm real over it. I love Baltimore and I love y'all, but I'm real bad over it too. So, especially the weather, like it's killing me.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm used to the weather. It's the people, but the people who I'm around, I like them, but I definitely done been around some assholes.
Ain't we all? I mean, you live here, you bound to cross a few of them.
I just had to wild out a nigga yesterday about being on my block. He's a stalker. Weird.
Stalking you?
I feel like it. I feel like he at one point did, and like now there's something you want to sell dope or whatever he's selling on my block, and he don't even. He's
by himself?
I mean, all right. I live in the hood. It's niggas there.
Niggas there
all the time, but he has never been there. So it's like, why are you right here on my block? I had to wild him out, so he moved a couple steps up the street, but...
Oh my gosh! Okay, so now I'm curious. Okay.
I'm wilding, girl.
How did you grow up? Who raised you?
Yo, the best people, actually. Like, no, my mother, it would make sense for the way I am, because my mother is very, speak what's on your mind. Like, and she encourages that. Like, the other day, I had posted something on Facebook about my community, and like somebody who's prominent in the community follows me or whatever. Yeah. And so, but I didn't want no problem, so I straight deleted it. Well, I made it private, like only I could see it. Oh, okay. I do that a lot. Like I will write stuff, and I will take it off because it's like, all right, I got my feelings out. But I don't even want to have this addressed because I just know how people are. So, sure enough, my mother copies and pastes it before. I did that shit in like 3 seconds between me posting it and taking it off. And I go on her page and I see it. She's like, she said words for my daughter.
Oh my God.
It caused a whole situation with the person.
No.
This white lady.
For real?
She's like, I'm hurt that you would even say things about me online. I'm like, girl, but I didn't. I was like, well, and my mother was like, Taylor, you said it. Don't take back your words. Like, you need to, you know, stand true to what you believe in. And she was right, because what I wrote wasn't nothing like bad, you know, at all. It was true shit about needles in my community and trash in my community. And it's like, I feel like my street isn't taken care of the way other streets in Big Town are. Because I live where the niggas be at on the corner versus where, you know, the niggas not at.
Right.
So,
right.
But, so my mom, she's a community organizer. She's a community activist. She's still very big in the community. My father is like her ride or die. He's an artist. So I get the art part from him.
For real?
Yeah, he's an amazing artist. He's a great artist. My mom is a great community organizer, great activist. And like I said, my dad is like, Debbie, that's her name. Debbie, stop being all loud. Don't call the police. And my mom is like, no, we need to fix up this community. And sure enough, she did. Like Waverly, you know what I'm saying? She definitely, I feel like, made a great change in the community. So
you were able to have both parents in your life.
Yep, they're married, still married.
Oh, how long?
They got married in 91 or 92. I can't remember.
Wow.
So
that's almost like 30 years.
They're more than 30 because
For real?
so 31. Oh, it's 23, so 32 years. It'll be 32 this year if it was 91.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And what was life like growing up? What side town did you grow up on?
So I grew up right in Waverly, down the street.
Okay, right.
Better Waverly. My same house my entire life. They still live there, and life was sheltered, but I feel like I had a great family. Like, I don't know, my family dynamic was completely different than any of my friends. Yeah. Because, you know, I grew up in a 2-parent household with both my parents and just had one sister. And they're not from Baltimore. I'm the only person in my entire family from Baltimore.
For real? That's
nobody.
crazy.
Yeah, nobody. I've got no cousins here, no family here.
Wow.
But my father moved here, and then he married my mother, so she moved here. And my sister wasn't even born here, but been here my whole life.
So do you feel like when you grew up, like, was it your mom who taught you to be tough, or like what is like your first experience when you remember kind of having to like really speak up and like use your voice to like let somebody know, like, you know, like, don't play with you?
Don't play with me, like myself. I don't know. So now I ain't gonna say nobody made me tough, because my mom definitely made me talk.
Right.
Because my first fight, the girl was like, she wanted to talk online. And I was like, why are you talking to me online? I tried to have a conversation in her face, and she was like, get out my face, I ain't talking. My mama was the type to be like, you can talk your way out of anything, but that is not true in Baltimore. We fought. We definitely fought.
Oh my God. How
funny.
old were you?
11th grade was my first fight.
11th grade?
My mother was like, my parents was like, don't fight. My dad was like, if you want to fight, go in the woods. Like, Dad, we in Baltimore City.
Go in the woods and fight who? Like, fight people in the woods? Or like what?
Like, if you... my dad owned the country, so that's what they used to do, I guess, to not get in trouble. But I'm like, ain't no woods out here, and...
Oh my God.
Right.
Fighting in the woods is crazy.
That is crazy. Like, all right, meet me in the woods at 3. But
it's kind of outrageous. That's funny though.
I never fought in the woods, but no, my mom always taught me to stand up for what I believed in. Yeah. And we didn't really talk about fights. I was afraid of getting suspended. So she was like, you better not ever get suspended. And so I didn't want to get in a fight. But then my first fight, I called my dad. I didn't call my mom. So I called my dad, and I didn't even get in trouble. I could have been fighting. I could have been fucking niggas up. It's like that.
Like I had people on the hit list for a long time.
I was scared of y'all.
I saw the bears popping y'all. Like
they didn't even speak on it. I didn't get in trouble. I didn't get suspended either though, because the girl was like, I hit her first. I was like, yes, because I want to go to prom, please.
I want to go to prom, please.
I did not care. But I can't think of the first time that I like stood up for myself because I can't lie. I was very different before that first fight. I was very different. Yeah, well, in middle school, I was very different when it came to like being tough. Like me and my best friend are best friends, and I ain't afraid to tell people this, but we're best friends because she stood up for me when we were in middle school. So, you know, I was not a fighter at all until after I got out of school, which usually you're supposed to do it as a kid, and then I became an adult, and that's when I started wilding out on motherfuckers. And like I said, 11th grade, that was the first fight, and then probably the second fight was a friend who I felt was disrespectful. So the first time I felt like I actually stood up for myself on a physical level, let me say that, because I've always been like, I don't know, people didn't want to fight me because I was always like a funny person. Me and my friends were we were stoners. We were the funny crew. Like I used to make hella videos and just pack people, and nobody would try to fight me for it. Right. So like people wouldn't take it seriously, and if they did, I don't know, that was just my personality. I wasn't trying to bully nobody, or I wasn't trying to like really make nobody cry. Nobody ever told me that. I heard them, but nobody took it seriously, I guess. So I didn't ever have to like fight nobody. Nobody disrespected me except for that one time when I was in middle school. And the girl kept touching my little fake ponytails and going to ask were they real. Like, girl, you know these ain't real. Like, you know that she was trying to play with me.
Kids be playing.
Yeah, it was funny.
Kids be playing. So when did you lock up?
2015. So 8 years ago.
And how was that turning for you?
I mean, I love my locks. I love them so much. So.
I feel like locks are such a spiritual hairstyle. Like I feel like there's so much energy that goes into them from when you start them.
I started my locks because my mother had locks. Yeah. And hers, I love her locks. And I would get fake ones. And they were just one easy and to deal with. And then I get a lot of compliments. And then I would take them out and I just wouldn't feel like myself. So then I got my locks, but as far as like a spiritual commitment, it wasn't anything spiritually for me. It was really because I liked the way my mom looked in them. Yeah, and
like an admiration.
Yeah, and I knew, I mean, me and her to me look alike, so I feel like I was gonna look good with them. And I mean, I was like thinking, I literally just told NASA yesterday that I wanted to cut my hair, but I didn't want to cut it or take it off. Only because I want hairstyles like that. I miss doing like weaves. I used to stay with a beautiful weave, or my real hair would be a cute fro, or
oh my god, I would be like appalled. Like I would be like so shocked to see you like that. Like I know it would look great, but I'm saying like I'd be like, oh my god, like
I'm like this. I know, that's how I would be. I would probably cry, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, but you know, these days like stylists be literally putting wigs on top of locks. Like
I know
it's possible. I mean, my mama got locks again, so she be doing that sometimes. So
shoot, does she do it herself or she got somebody? Because
she be doing it herself.
My hair is so long, so it's like, I mean, you said your mother's was long, but
yeah, hers was real long.
It's just
people wasn't doing that back in the day like that though.
Yeah, now
laces wasn't really a thing. That was like 2006 or 7.
Yeah, lace fronts.
Yeah, like that one thing. Yeah, wearing your natural hair was cool.
Yeah,
like, you feel me? It's just coming back. You feel me? To being cool, but it's still so many people who I know that don't like wearing their natural hair out. Like they don't like it.
I know. Like all of my, so like one of my best friends, her hair is locked. Another one of my best friends, she just like combed her locks out, but she had them for a while. My best friend, she's the only one who doesn't. She always got like the full locks. A lot of women in my family got locks. I feel like most of the women. My sister and my mother both got locks. My dad would, but he bald.
My dad used to be bald. Now he has hair.
Oh shoot!
It was pretty.
Most people only bald because they have to be.
Oh my god, he's been bald. No, he did have hair when I was a baby, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, same with my dad.
So like from when I can remember, like an actual image of him, he's been bald all my life. And so then he started growing his hair out and getting like these little braids. And I'm like, I didn't even think you could.
Good that.
What the heck? And then like it just kept growing, and I'm like, oh, like I thought like you have like a receding hairline.
Whole time this shit nice.
He doesn't though. Like his hair, it's like it looks good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, wow. But yeah, everyone's like, you know, all about growing their hair out. Even the boys are doing it now. But so I noticed that like from a young age, like nobody in the music industry was getting pushed with an afro and with locks and with, you know, their real hair, unless it was like Aaliyah. You should wear her real hair,
Right.
still fresh because it was long, because it has a different texture and it's real curly. But I do like how so many people are giving Halle and Chloe their flowers, you know, because they are so talented and they're great singers, and they have locks.
Yeah.
Like they wear their natural hair and a very much black hairstyle, which I really love. Like, do you ever like notice that, or like do you ever like think about that? Have any thoughts on it?
No, they definitely encourage me because they always do hairstyles that I would want to do, but maybe would be afraid to do, or styles that it would just be like, okay, they mixing a weave with their locks.
Yeah.
And like, I love that personally because I feel like they're making it normal, you know, because they have the platform to do so.
Yeah.
And I love, like, I want to try a ponytail with, actually last year, like this time last year, I had put some like braided hair in my hair and made like 2 long ass ponytails, and it was cute.
For real?
For vacation, so it was very cute. But I don't want, but Halle and Chloe, they definitely encouraged me with their hairstyles.
Did you see the girl who put like the weave into her locks?
Yes, I loved it.
I thought that was really cute.
Me too.
It's like a what's it called? Like a boho thing, kind of. Like with the braids that have like, is that what it's called? With the braids when they have the hair coming out?
Yeah.
Like that. Like, that's what
I would do that with my hair if it wasn't so long, because her hair was like, you know, not as long as mine. I feel like it would look dumb if I started all the way down here, but I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna say, you really never know. Like,
my hair is like down here.
for real?
Yeah, it's always curly. So my hair, and then I got like bangs kind of, but
your hair is long though.
yeah, the ones in the back, they definitely almost hit in the booty. But I don't never wear it straight.
So what do you have planned just for, I guess, like the next 2 years? Are you like feeling like you're just gonna dive like super deep into film and see where that can take you, or do you have any other goals that you want to tackle?
I'm very big with going with the flow, but like and that's what I've been doing these past 3 years. So I don't know. I would love to see where this next opportunity this month takes me.
Yeah.
With film.
Absolutely.
No, I want to make
can
more.
Definitely get you so many connections.
Yeah, right. Like having a Vivica Fox recommendation would be awesome. I've been watching Trap Queens. Like I'm like, yo, I really would love to work with that set.
What's Trap Queens?
It's so BET Plus is wild as shit. Not wild, like
no,
like
BET
sexual.
Plus is wild.
You have it?
I mean, like, so my friends have it, and like I'll occasionally just like see that they're watching something that's just like super dumb. Like, what is this acting? Like, what is this? Like, why are you watching this? But go on.
I would love to be on the production team of a lot of the shows.
I'm sorry. I be on Twitter cracking up at them snippets that people be watching.
Because he was going in. I made him watch. I'll tell you off camera. I made him watch a lot of shit from that network. I like the shows. They're definitely crazy. But Trap Queens is one of them, and it's a documentary series about a woman who was hustling.
Okay.
And I watched the whole thing. Like, it's
so real?
Oh yeah, it's a docu-series.
That's tough.
Yeah, and it's about it's all black women only.
Yeah.
It's all black women, and they're like trappers, scammers. They all went to jail, but they might have been out. Some of them are still in jail. It's crazy because Catherine Pugh, she's on it. She has an episode, but she declined to like be in the episode.
Catherine was slinging that
thing. Well, she did the whole. Was it Catherine Pugh with the
what?
The books?
Yeah.
So that was the episode. They were so it's about people who like scammed in some way. So either drugs, some government shit.
Catherine. I'm sorry.
She was like, yeah, I declined to comment. She was not on that episode.
Dang, was she trying to run for mayor again or something?
Probably because the whole like trajectory of, the whole idea of being a trap queens, it's like
true. It's
like I'm a government official, or I was, and she probably don't think that she really did anything wrong, but she was in jail for that shit, for real. So really it's a good series. I enjoyed it, and I would love to work with the set, like because I love documentaries.
Yeah.
And shit.
I'm just not thinking about how crazy it is. Like, just think of all of the mayors that we've ever even had in this city. Like that, it seems like a sitcom now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. Like the amount of trouble that they've gotten into,
Yeah,
and just the stuff that they even say on camera. Like it's actually insane the way that our mayoral run has been over the years. But I'm gonna ask you a question that I asked NASA. What is it like dating another artist?
Well, I mean, so I've always dated artists. My dad's an artist. Like I've only dated one person who wasn't an artist, and that was like my junior prom date. And so anybody else who I called a boyfriend was a musician, a musical artist.
Wow.
I know, and it's
so you have a type.
I guess so, because when I look back, it's like, hold up. Because even before I started doing music, I've always dated rappers or singers. I had one boyfriend who was a singer, and once I started singing, which was after we broke up, he was like, I didn't know you could sing. And I was like, well, your homeboy told you I could.
I always wondered what it would be like to like date like a singer like Chris Brown.
He was always singing. He's like, ooh. For real? He sings just like Chris Brown. That's his favorite. He sings just like Chris Brown.
I feel like
You
that's the
always
only. Well, no, I can't say that's the only type of guy I would want to date as a singer, because I love the way they sang back in the day. Somebody be like that.
He makes good music, but he wasn't somebody I wanted to be serenaded by. But he was the only singer that I ever dated. So everybody else who I dated was a rapper. I never dated a videographer, which was crazy. But so like there was a time in my life when I dated a rapper, and it was a struggle for our relationship because of like the trauma that I had went through like before him. And I didn't be, like I said, I'm a videographer, so like there was times when I dated a rapper and I wanted to do his videos and he didn't want me to. And then it's like, you know what, I ain't doing videos for nobody. So then I have a new boyfriend and he wants me to do videos, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do videos. And so that'll tear us apart.
But why wouldn't he want you to do his videos? You want someone else to?
Maybe he thought it was trash.
Oh.
That's what I think. I don't know why. That's what he let me do it, but it's like he ain't asked me to, you know, so that's what I assumed, which is fine.
Right.
So this is years ago, like obviously, like mad longer than when I was still in school and shit. But as far as like now dating an artist, because I've only dated this person and one person before as an actual singer myself. Like before, like I said, straight only videography. And I mean, you know, it's cool. It has its times. It's cool. So our relationship is not about the art. It's about the love. And we don't, like, when we first linked up, so the way I met him actually was at Astronaut, and I was performing, and he was like, all my friends were late, so nobody, like, my friends got there right when I finished, which is not even tripping. But he was in the audience just staring at me. And he was like, I look at everybody when they perform. I thought it was a connection, though.
She thought it was like a movie.
I seen him and I was staring at him because, I don't know, it made me comfortable, too, like, seeing him, like, paying so much attention. So I shot my shot, and then...
For real? How'd you do that? What did you say?
Well, he claimed that that we had already met before, but I forgot. I don't know. But I don't know, because... So I just went up to him and I said hi. Well, no, I thought I knew him already, but I wasn't sure. So because he was staring, so I was like, hi, you know, and I don't remember what I said, but somehow I guess we exchanged information. And I had seen he wished me a happy birthday that year, but like this was months later. Okay. This was last year. So, but I don't know, like then we decided to link up and I went to his house. And I didn't even know that he made music. Like I didn't even know that he made beats. I didn't know that he rapped. Like I didn't know that.
This is so cute. Your story sounds alike.
Oh, for real? Right? But no, I didn't even know he made music. So I'm just sitting there, and no, he told me he made music, and so I'm sitting there, and I guess he started making a beat, and I didn't know that he made beats, and so I was just like really bored. Cause I'm just like, what is he doing? He's not paying me no mind. So I told him, I was like, all right, well, I'm about to dip, and you know, so cause I was in my single girl life, and I was very like trauma driven. So I'm like, if you not paying me no mind, I ain't trying to deal with it. But whatever. But then I also didn't feel like that. I don't know. whatever it was, I left. And then
so you did leave?
Yeah, because I was like, because I don't know, I guess my intentions were different than his was to make music, but I was like, I was feeling him, and maybe he was nervous, but whatever it was, we ended up linking up again and had an amazing time.
For real?
Yeah, he came to my house.
Give him a second chance.
Yeah, he came to my house and we had a great time, and we ain't make I don't know if we made music that night, but it was just really, it was great. So our relationship started with him paying me mine during my performance. But like when we make music together, we've made some really great things together, but we have very different tastes. And we're both very sensitive about our art, and he's very opinionated about music. And I'm sensitive.
No, he's definitely very opinionated. He's really smart.
He's very smart. He's definitely very intelligent and opinionated. So, when it comes to making music together, because our music, because we have a lot of differences, when we agree on it, it makes great music. But our relationship is not focused on it. It's not driven off of our music. That's just like that's our hobbies and that's our interest. So it works out great.
Right.
But I make music by myself and he makes music by himself. But it's a lot of times that he'll pass me beats, or he'll want me to get on a beat, and then I'll make something, and so it works well. I'm glad that he makes music, because it would be difficult, I think, to understand each other a little, to understand each other better.
Right.
And I love his music, so personally.
No, you guys are definitely two dope artists, okay? I'm fine.
He wants me to be better, so if he didn't make music, maybe he wouldn't care so much about making me a better artist.
Facts, but I mean, just having a partner, wanting, you guys wanting each other to be better, period, is like a blessing. Because there are some people out here who don't motivate each other at all. So, like having someone who actually wants to see you, at your best, that's amazing. So tell me, who are your biggest inspirations in music? Or, no, I won't even limit you to that, just because you do so much other stuff. So I'll say music, business, art.
I'm a Erykah Badu stan.
Woo!
I love her so much.
Okay, it's given that.
I love Erykah Badu so much.
Yeah,
So I love how free she is and how she don't care about, she literally does what she wants. And I even she does what she want to do. I like that. I love the fact that she don't care about society standards, and people still respect her regardless. Whatever stereotype she fits, nobody cares, you know? And so, that's that's really all I can think of when I think about influence. Of course, a lot of people have influenced me. I ain't gonna lie, I love Tyler Perry. So many people, and the reason I love Tyler Perry is because of that look right there. So many people.
I was trying not to even give one, but you just caught me off guard.
People hate Tyler Perry.
And I just saw him with a wig on in my head when he said that. And I was just like,
and you saw him though, right?
I did.
And you saw him, and you probably thought of a Madea, or you thought of something that he's done that you know.
I thought of Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah, exactly. I love that movie. Yeah. I do. And it's I like Tyler Perry because he pushed the limits, and I like people who don't give a fuck about what people think, because I don't. I try not to. It's, I have times when it's a struggle for sure, and I care about what people think, but I don't want to care about what people think, because what I think is if I try to bend by what you think, it's not, I'm going to be depressed and sad. But if I go by what I want, if I want to be naked, you call me a hoe for being naked. But it's if I really want to be naked, you call me a hoe is not going to make me sadder than me not being naked if I really want to. That might have been a bad example.
Now I'm picturing Erykah Badu stripping naked walking down the street.
Exactly.
So
that's why
they just kind of go hand in hand at that point. That's her list, folks.
That's what I'm saying.
Tyler, Erykah.
But look, Tyler Perry, you can't just, don't cut it off with me just saying that. The reason I like Tyler Perry so much, I like a lot of people, but I like Tyler Perry because so many people have so much bad shit to say about him, and he don't care, and he's one of the highest paid producers, directors, and black, you know what I'm saying? And he gives jobs to black people regardless of the fact that Like, it's people who don't do shit with film and be like, he writes everything. How you going? Like, he writes everything, he directs it, and it's like, who else do that? Everybody got a team. Everybody got a team, and that's great.
Right.
And you should. I mean, I believe you should have a team. Makes it easier, makes it better for the content. But I don't know no other like producer or director that you know does it all. And even if some people think that some of his stuff is not filmed the best or the acting sucks or whatever, it's like he giving people chances and he keeps thriving no matter who, you know, no matter what. So.
No, I mean Tyler Perry's like he's a goat for real. He's a goat, and he had a.
It's his ambition for me.
Tough upbringing, you know. Also, like
homeless.
He's had to overcome some crazy stuff, man. So.
And I don't study Tyler Perry, you know. But I do look at a lot of his content, and I just like how I like the fact that he started from making plays, and I mean he went with the church crowd, but I like the fact that he don't care about all the criticism and didn't stop him, because I've gotten a lot of criticism, I feel like, in the last couple of years. And I feel like in some parts it did stop me, but seeing people who everybody hates, like, not everybody, but especially your own community, black community. And but I don't know, for Tyler Perry, it's like he wants to create his art like this, and even though it's not the Hollywood standard that some white man put on the standards of what we're supposed to do when it comes to film, he's doing that shit regardless.
I'm gonna say he has an audience, like
no
doubt. He's got a fan base.
Yes, and that's what it showed me.
So as long as you have that, like, you can be successful.
Yeah.
And you have people that can relate to you and will support you, like do anything, love you for who you are. You will be successful in whatever you want to do.
Yep, as long as you be consistent, and you know you have to serve yourself first. And serve what you think. That's why I brought the whole naked situation up, because it's just like everybody. That's such a cliche thing, but you know, some people, or anything that you want to do in life, if you want to do it but everybody around you is telling you don't do it, you're not going to be happy not doing it. Like in 5 years you're going to look back like, damn, I wish I would have did that shit, even though these people who not even in my life no more told me that I shouldn't do it. So
I mean, I must admit, I too often wish to be naked.
You gotta undress yourself, girl. You gotta undress yourself. I got videos like. That's one thing about if I'm dating a dude, especially like now, it's like, nigga, you gotta know that, like, I don't feel comfortable wearing baggy shit, personally. Like, I personally, like, it's nothing against nobody, but I don't feel comfortable wearing, like, without, I feel like, I don't know, I look at my face the way I look at my body, it's all to be cherished. And it's all to be admired by my, like, I love seeing a woman's body, so.
I love that.
Why would I not, you know?
I mean, definitely in the summer, I hate clothes. Just tank top, short, and flip-flop the whole way through.
Right.
Other than that, though, I definitely enjoy dressing like a hobo. With baggy everything. Unless I'm performing, then, you know, get me body. Freakum dress on. I love Beyonce.
My dad told me, he said, you should dress up everywhere you go. After he told me that.
I've heard a lot of people say that, though.
After he said that, I was like, hell yeah, I'm about to, because I love wearing dresses and skirts.
Yeah.
And my parents always let me dress or do what I wanted, you know. My mom always wore 2 mixed match earrings growing up, so I always had a funky style from her.
Honestly, right now you're giving like a very trendy Velma. Black Velma.
I forgot it's the Velma colors, isn't it?
Just a bit, you know. I love it. So let's do this.
Why are you laughing?
I got like excited or something. Okay. So, watchers, I have here some words that she will do her best to incorporate into a freestyle. Alright, so I'll let y'all get a glimpse at the words. Hopefully y'all can see this. What did I just drop? Can y'all see this? These are the words. But I don't know, I might just actually edit the words into the video so they can see it. That's usually what I do. I don't know why I just did that.
Alright. So should I just start?
Yeah, you can hold this on if you want.
Oh, let me just, okay, look at the words. she's about to go. I thought you were gonna call him out. I'm like trying to bring him Let me just try. I just wanna be here with you for me. I don't want you to leave me, baby. You know I'm horny for your love, for your touch. You know the sounds in my guts.
She's so explicit. I'm sorry, I don't know if it gets the people going. Period.
Hey, don't want no vanilla sex. Sorry, no, we stop. Alright. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. You start talking about my boyfriend, I don't know what to talk about.
I'm not even going to make her keep going because that was entertaining to me.
Sunday version.
I don't know about y'all, but I loved it. So that was fun. All right, y'all. We've been in here chopping it up for a cool minute now. I didn't realize all the time with her.
This is fun. I appreciate you for bringing me on here. I haven't done an interview in a while, so.
I've never done one.
I only did one other that I can remember. Like, well, since being a singer, so.
Yeah, I feel like I've
Maybe
definitely grown as an interviewer. I think my skills are getting better.
Good. Yeah, she did a great job. Definitely did a great job. We should do some video work together.
We should. There's just so much stuff we can do. Like it's like limitless.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For real, it is. You know, I got all the equipment that we need. I got everything.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, you already know the place to be. Wednesdays at 6 p.m. All right, we will see you guys again next week. Tay, any shout outs?
Man, shout out to everybody who support me. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my boo Nasa. Shout out to Azion for her beautiful voice and for bringing me to be a part of your new journey and of this wonderful interview session.
Yay! Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye.